Hi. So, I'm Sprinkles. Yeah. Um, hello. I'm doing some stuff. Um, so I'm not even on the right thing. I need to go to Iris. And I'm using this shader. I actually really like it. It's super pretty. Shader pack settings. Yeah. Um, let's see. Torch color. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wonder what would happen if you did neutral. Um, if that's the min light, I'm curious. Okay, so that's still kind of messed up. Hold on, let me do something. Okay, I did something. Okay, so effects. I just don't know how to not have it on the torch. Okay, that made it better. That made it better. Okay, I did something. I did something because okay, let's see. I wonder what these do. Oh, no, 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 no. What does that do? Okay, I'm just gonna put it back at this. Okay, let me go back. Oh my god, I keep doing that. Wonder what that does. Oh. I don't really like that. Oh. Oh, it does it like kind of around it. Oh, okay. Oopsies. I accidentally pressed some keys. Let me just look at this though. Okay, I don't like really warm. Really warm makes my pink glass look red. I want to go back to pale. Okay, yeah, pale looks good. I think. That's my opinion. Okay, now I need to fix fire, I think. Because fire is having a pretty, fire is having a pretty warm tone, and I don't like that. I don't really like, the fire's warm tone. if there is a thing for it. So, I haven't really, I got like, I haven't really gotten that much done because I have been trying to figure things out with trying to get different, textures in the game with like CIT and stuff. And I've been doing that for 2 days and failing with it not working. And, you know, I want to say something, and this is not like, this is genuinely not to like, shade anyone at all because it's nobody's fault. Um, so I'm not gonna blame other people for just something that is like completely my issue. At the same time, though, then I do wish that things were more accessible and that people like me could be able to learn easier and not struggle to learn so much and it wouldn't be assumed. But at the same time, then it's like most people actually understand simple ass concepts. Like, yeah, most people do. I don't, but most people do. That's no one's fault. Like, I do understand that. So that's why I don't want to throw shade at anyone. And I'm not even going to say what server this was in or who the person was. But I asked for help on something with Polytone with trying to make um a grass color um uh oh, I lost words. Let me think for a second. To make grass color a grid in Polytone, and I know I didn't show enough information and stuff. I also know that people are busy. Like again, I need to explicitly say so no one comes at me, because if people come at me, then I am not responsible for this because there is no shade at all on anybody at all because this is nobody's fault. I am just explaining a deep, deep struggle that I have, a serious, deep struggle that I have, and that I deal with every single day that is extremely debilitating. And I'm also going to go into more depth with how it's so debilitating for me with like every single thing in life. But I asked for help because I had already tried it like over 10 times. I had tried the whole entire day. So then I asked for help. And then when I asked for help, then I said this is what I was talking about before with saying that it wasn't a number thing when I tried to make a biome grid map. I don't know what that means or how to fix it because I followed the Polytone wiki instructions. And I put a screenshot of the Polytone log in it, and I also put a screenshot of what my code looked like. And I said, "What does it mean by not a number? Like, is it's not supposed to be? It's supposed to be the biome." And then um a person told me it means all that is wrong. And then they said something else, but I didn't understand what they said and I didn't want to ask because I just I I just I don't understand things. Like I said I know that's wrong. Like that's why I asked for help. I know that's wrong. My question was that I don't know what that means or how to fix it. I said I don't know what that means or how to fix it. And then the person said it means all that is wrong. Like I know that much. I do know that much. I know that all of that is wrong. Like I I am a little bit frustrated. I am. It's not their fault. It's not their fault because they don't know that I am like really really freaking like just I don't know simple concepts and stuff and they don't know how much I struggle to learn and that's not their problem. That's not their fault. That's not their problem. That's not. But to just say it means all that is wrong, like you might as well just have said nothing, like nothing at all, because I already knew all of that is wrong. I need to, how is it wrong? Like, how? Like, can you tell me how it's wrong? And then maybe I could learn how to fix it. And then maybe I could, like, do stuff. Like, I'm not trying to be a rude ass bitch. And I'm also not coming at this person because they don't know. And I'm not going to explain that to this person because they're a busy ass person and they don't have time. They don't have time to sit down with me and teach me how every single last thing works. Okay? They don't have time for that. So I feel like when people complain, then it's like, oh, well, don't complain if you're not going to say this or say that or blah, 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 blah. And don't talk shit about this Like, I'm not talking bad about this person. This person is a normal, average, everyday person who works really hard on everything they do. And they're really smart and awesome and a really cool person. Like, I have absolutely nothing against this person. The thing I do have something against is the way my fucking brain works. I feel like my brain is so fucking stupid, okay? Like, I also just, a teeny, teeny, tiny bit, I feel like that wasn't an adequate response. Like, I know that it means all of that is wrong. The thing is that I don't know how all of it is wrong. Like, and I feel like people like me are singled out a lot. And it's like, oh, well, like, you can't expect everything to be accessible to you because blah, 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 blah. You can't expect this. You can't expect that. You can't do this. You can't expect all of these things and this and that and this and that and yada, 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 yada. Yes, I know that. I understand that. But the thing about it is that if I were to try and explain myself, then people would not understand. Like, I'm going to tell you another example now of how this has severely impacted me and just kind of made my life a living hell and also has made it really fucking hard to make friends because people just do not understand when I don't understand stuff. Hi, Gigi, if that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. Hi. So it's like one time I had this group of friends and yes, I did get very frustrated. I did. I only got frustrated though, like afterwards. words. It was during a time where I was working on myself and stuff, and you know, um I had my friend who wasn't my friend then. We were like dating, and then we weren't because yeah, I kind of was an asshole. But yeah. And since then I've really worked on myself and really tried to like understand concepts and learn stuff and just practice stuff. But the thing is that this is this is a very hard thing for people to understand, that if you don't know something, then how are you ever supposed to learn it? Or how are you ever supposed to go online and look up um how to do X thing, or um what, or how to not um or like, you don't know what you don't know. Like, you can't look up things that you don't know exist. You can't look up concepts that you don't know exist. There is absolutely no way for you to know something that you don't know unless you find it somewhere online and someone actually says it out loud, or you see it and you read it somewhere, or if somebody tells you straight to your face, hey, this thing. Like, if you don't know things and you're that like blunt, you're that autistic, you have, and I am diagnosed as autistic. Like, I don't give a crap if people are diagnosed or not as autistic. Like, okay, if people say they're autistic, they're autistic. Okay, just believe them. But I am literally diagnosed as autistic, and I think IQ is stupid, but I have an IQ in like the very low 70th percentile. So take that for what you want to. I think IQ is stupid because it makes people feel stupid, and it doesn't even teach everything. Because like, look at my art. Look at this PNG tuber. Like, isn't it so cute? IQ doesn't test for that. IQ doesn't test how good you are at art. IQ doesn't test how good you are at creativity. I like, oh well, you're so like you're not that smart, blah blah blah. Like, no, there's a bunch of things that you can be smart in. You don't have to be super smart in everything. Some people are extremely smart, but they can't do art for shit because they don't practice art. They don't do art. Art is not their thing. So you can't test people with IQ. But anyway, I was struggling. I was struggling with my paranoia because I wasn't medicated for my paranoia yet. And just also, sorry, I'm drinking some Dr. Pepper. My throat got really dry. Also, it wasn't fully paranoia, okay? Let me just be so for real. Like, the things that I was afraid of are things that have actually happened very recently, like within the last 2 months. And not with my friend, because my friend is so freaking amazing and they're like this awesome, 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 freaking awesome, amazing person. Um, but like with other people, with other people who I will not name, uh, maybe a person specifically, then things have happened that I was paranoid about months and months before. So obviously I had a reason to be paranoid about them, because obviously the person that I was paranoid about them is fully 100% capable of doing those things that I was paranoid about them doing. And then you just basically have to like beg on your knees and yeah, that's not fun. That's not like a fun situation. Like that's kind of it's kind of messed up. Like it's kind of messed up, and it's kind of like it kind of messes with your feelings and your emotions, and it kind of gets you all stressed out and stuff. And it's kind of life and death sometimes. Like it was kind of like almost one of those situations. Like, and it's like, dude, like people are human beings, and I also just feel like in general my disabilities are looked at as like I sit here on disability from the government to be able to pay the rent to live here, and then it's like, oh well, you sit here every day and you do nothing. And it's like, I sit here every day and I actually do something. I'm teaching myself how to code. I'm playing Minecraft, a popular game, and trying to make YouTube videos on it. And I'm using my art to make my own texture packs and stuff. I got really distracted. But I'm making my own art to make texture packs and stuff. But and I want to learn how to code to make my own mod packs and stuff like that. But like at the same time though, then I'm doing all of that, and it's like, oh, you're just sitting here doing nothing. Like you never talk to anyone. I talk to people online because that's the only place I can be. I don't have a powered wheelchair because the government said fuck you, and yeah, we're not paying for a powered wheelchair. Even though you went to see someone to who said, "Hey, this person needs a powered wheelchair because they can't get around." Even though I did that, like they asked of me, then nope, nope, no, no, you can't have one. You gotta go all the way around my elbow to get back to my thumb again. I've called insurance multiple times. Still no powered wheelchair. Well, guess what? I can't leave the house because I don't have a car, and we take the bus. So, um, and I have a regular wheelchair. That's part of the reason why insurance won't give me that's part of the reason why insurance won't give me a powered wheelchair, because they're like, why can't you use your regular wheelchair? Well, first of all, the wheel broke off, and like the rubber wheel thingy. And second of all, I can't use that because my arms aren't strong enough, because I have EDS and fibromyalgia, and I also have chronic fatigue, and it's my whole entire body that's in pain. It's not just my legs. It's my whole entire freaking body. So, if I whenever I try to build muscle, then I can't even try to build muscle, because if I do, then if I like barely do anything, my arms will hurt for days. I will be in chronic pain for days to no end. And I am already in chronic pain for days to no end. But I mean, I will be in so much pain that I won't even be able to get out of bed. And it will be a struggle to even get out of bed just to use the bathroom. And so yeah. But I just sit in here and do nothing, and but I don't do nothing. I do as much as I can, and that's just, you know, and I like people don't like when you complain. Like people just don't. But it's just real life. Like this is real life. This is real life where there's an actual human being, and there's an actual human being struggling to live like the healthiest possible life that they could. So, like, yeah, people don't like when you complain, but yeah, that just is what it is. Like, this is just the truth. Like, there's no other way to put it. like people don't understand that the average person who's not disabled doesn't understand how many hoops and loops and jumps and tops and skips and everything that people have to go through just just to get the things they need to be able to survive and live. And I can only survive and live right now because of my friend. So, like, it's literally so messed up. And I don't want to rely on anybody. And they're gonna like help me get a caretaker because they're gonna move and stuff, and that's a different topic. But like, and it's not because of me either. But um like it's so like, and if people get frustrated at you or whatever for you complaining, then it's like, dude, that's just like, that's where I'm at. And so, anyway, I was getting paranoid about stuff that literally could have happened because it did happen in the future. Um, and I got paranoid about it because of my trauma and stuff. And then, I learned some stuff and stuff like that. But, like, it's just so. Sometimes people make you, I know that you shouldn't let other people control how you feel, but at the same time, then people tell you to be careful what you say to other people for a reason. Like, if you constantly just say, like, some shit to somebody and you never, like, meet them where they're at or try to understand, like, oh, so that's why things are so hard for you because you have to make like 5,000 phone calls just to get nowhere. Oh, I get it. Or, oh, you have to do all that while being in extreme, debilitating chronic pain. Like the average person, they get a headache and then they feel like, oh my God, I have a headache. It's so bad. Like, and that's valid. Like, you can, like, feel really bad and have a headache and you can even complain about it. Like, I'm all for that, okay? Complain about your pain. Like, I don't care. But the average person will get a headache and then they'll look at a disabled person who's in severe chronic pain every single day, 24/7, and they'll be like, oh, you don't do anything. Like, I can't. I can't even. Like, okay? Don't even start. Don't even start, okay? Don't start. You cannot do that. Okay? You just, that's not right. That's not fair. That's not just. But like, so I had these friends and then they like um okay, so I was on like a journey or whatever to becoming a better person, and like I wanted to I can't talk and like do things at the same time. That's like really hard for me. I'm practicing that right now. This is me practicing that. So welcome to me practicing how to do things so that one day I can be better at it. Um so oh, look at my skin. The wings are not mine, but the rest of the skin is. And I also have a video on me making the Minecraft skin slash model. I'm like a dragon unicorn. I love flying in Minecraft. It's so much fun. Like, this is like the most fun thing for me to do. This is literally the most fun thing for me to do. Like, oh my god. I love games that you can fly in. But anyway, so I was like, I had like not a meltdown, but like I got frustrated with someone pinging me. And yeah, I shouldn't have done that. But like they kind of like took the things I was saying out of context because I said one thing and then they thought like I meant something else or something. Uh, I don't know. I kind of forgot. It doesn't even matter. What does matter is that when I was explaining myself, saying like, like blah blah blah, and I'm a truthful person. I tell the truth. Like I'm not going to lie to you or anything. Like there's no point in that. And like I don't tell lies or whatever. I'm not going to just do that. That's bullshit. I don't like when people lie to me. So, like, I'm not going to lie to you. The only way that I'm going to lie to anyone is if it's literally for my protection. Like, that's it. Okay? So, but I know that there's certain ways that people act that look manipulative when they're not being manipulative at all. And it's like, all of these people were just freaking dogpiling on me, like this whole group of friends, like, oh, you just changed, like you said this, but now you're saying that you meant to say this, and blah 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 blah, and it's like, but I did, like, I don't know how to explain things. I severely struggle with getting words out to say what I mean. So what I say isn't always exactly what I mean because I severely struggle to say exactly what I mean. So then if someone questions it and they get the wrong idea, then it's like, no, 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 I didn't mean it like that. Like, I know I said that, but I did not, like, I didn't mean to say it like that. And then that happened to me a lot, like a lot because my brain doesn't like. So then when it did or whatever, then they just all freaking dogpiled on me. And instead of listening to a simple explanation of like, oh no, I didn't mean to do that, like, or oh, that was a mistake, or what have you, then no, they took it all to heart. Like, I am like the worst person in the world and meant it with the worst intentions in the world and everything. And it's like, dude, can you stop? Like, dude, and on top of that, I was even willing to apologize for it, but not if you're all dogpiling me for something that I literally cannot help about myself. And here's the issue. The issue is that when I was talking about why that happens to me, because I literally figured out some new words and new definitions and stuff and some new context on why my brain works the way it does and stuff. And I just realized that, like, dude, I have more learning disabilities and I struggle with more than I seem like I do. Like, look, you're listening to me talk right now, and I probably sound not the best, but I probably don't sound like I wouldn't be able to completely not comprehend something or what have you. But like, I dude, like I'm a freaking goldfish, okay? Like, and it's not my fault. I never got help. I never got help to understand simple concepts and stuff. It's something that I'm working on, but it's not something that I'm just gonna snap, 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 be super good at. Like, okay? and you have to give me a chance to like work on those things and learn those concepts and stuff. But no. So when I was trying to explain why I'm like that and about my learning disabilities and about how I even said like a few days before that I had learned that I had been struggling far worse than I ever thought that I was struggling to begin with. That like my learning disabilities are like way worse than I thought they were. So I even said that like a few days before that. So it's not like that came out of nowhere. It didn't just come out of nowhere that I said that. But I said that, and then they were like, "Oh, well, we're autistic too, blah 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 blah." And it's like, "Okay. Um, well, I'm not just autistic. I also have severe dyslexia and some other very severe learning disabilities where sometimes I don't even comprehend the most simple, basic ass concepts. And you're telling me, you're trying to have an argument with me when I'm trying to genuinely explain to you why sometimes just I accidentally just don't say things right or what have you. And then you're arguing with me or trying to argue with me, and you're like, "Oh, well, I'm autistic too." And blah, blah, blah. That's not an excuse, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, guess what? You know what? My friends are autistic. All my friends are autistic. Because, like, that's the only friends I can have. Because don't even get me started on neurotypical people. Do not even get me started. They hate me, okay? They freaking hate me. And they do not understand at all. But literally, my autistic friends, I even struggle to get them to understand sometimes because I'm not just autistic. Like, they took that as like this sort of excuse of like, I'm autistic too, and blah blah blah. Like, stop it. Like, can you stop? Can you just stop? Can you please just stop? Because I'm not just autistic. I have a bunch of other issues. And when I was in school, I should have gotten help, like a lot of help. But I didn't because I grew up in a state that did not care at all. Like, and even if I did get extra help, then it probably would have been some type of stupid ass ABA therapy or some shit like that. But as a kid, I was not seen as autistic. But I was fully autistic. There was no way to be like, oh, this person isn't autistic. The only reason was because I wasn't a boy. So, like, when you say shit like that, then it's like you're not even listening to what I'm freaking saying, because I'm not saying that I'm just autistic. I'm saying that I also have this, and this, and that I am genuinely still learning things. Like, yes, age doesn't matter in this context. Like, I'm still learning things because I just do not know them. I did not know them. And then they all just freaking dogpiled me and shit. And it's like, dude, just stop. And I lose friends like that a lot of times because it's like they just genuinely cannot grasp the concept that there are people who do not know as much knowledge as they know. Even if they don't know that much knowledge in general, then if you don't have that much knowledge and like you're doing pretty good in life or what have you, and like you have a job and stuff and like you're functioning and stuff like that, and you're able to make phone calls and stuff like that, you don't know, okay? You don't know. You can't just be like, I'm autistic too. You can't because I'm not just autistic. Like, I have a bunch of very fundamental issues that I like, that are just very fundamental issues. Like, it's just so frustrating. It is really frustrating. But, like, yeah. So, I've lost friends over that. And so, I forgot what I was even, like, where I was at. Um, oh, but I've, like, grown a lot since then. But, like, it's still hard sometimes because it's like, I feel like I just can't get help with coding or anything like that because people just don't understand, and I can't explain it to them because a bunch of people who play Minecraft are also autistic and stuff. And if I say something like that, then they're just most likely going to be like, "Oh, I'm autistic too," or "Oh, I'm dyslexic too." And it's like, please stop thinking that way. Thinking that way is so like, just, I don't want to throw the word ableist out there, but it's like, I feel like it's borderline, like, edging ableist because you're only thinking about your own experience. You're not thinking about anybody else's experience but yourself. You're not thinking about how anyone else, how you're thinking about how, oh, well, I understand these concepts, so why can't you? Or, oh, I learned how to do it, so why can't you? You're not, you're thinking that way. When you think that way, you're thinking inside of a box, and you're like stuck inside that box thinking of yourself. You're not thinking about how anybody else's struggles could affect them. And that is really, really annoying. That is the annoying part. That's the annoying part, is that I cannot get the help that I need for anything, and that I am struggling so much to learn how to code stuff and stuff like that because people just, and then people will be sarcastic and stuff to you, and they'll be like, just read documentation. This time I'm talking about other people, not the same person. I'm talking about, I have moved on from talking about the one person. I moved on from that a long time ago. But, like, I was in another server that I literally left because they made me feel like shit multiple times. And they were like, "Oh, you're never going to learn how to code if you can't read documentation, blah blah blah." And it's like, dude, I can read documentation. That doesn't mean I'm going to understand it or comprehend it. Like, isn't that what this server is for? Isn't this server to ask questions? And when I ask questions, you don't answer them? You're just fucking sarcastic to me? Like, are you serious? I thought that's what this server was for. To ask for help. And you're just gonna tell me, go read the documentation. Like, I already read the documentation. I read the documentation 10 times. It didn't help. It doesn't matter how many times you read something if you don't understand it or comprehend it. You can read the words, you can read the word ladybug 10 times, and if you don't know what a ladybug is, you're not gonna understand it. Okay? You're just not. Like, dude, please stop thinking about, like, just thinking about yourself. People need to stop thinking about how things only affect them and not being able to comprehend how things would affect other people. Like, can people please, like, step into other people's shoes and not be like, "Oh, well, I'm autistic too," or "Oh, I have dyslexia too," And also, people have told me to install like modding. People have told me to install um a program that does that shows you like your errors like more highlighted. Okay, I already have VS Code, and you don't want to know how many extensions I have to try and help me with errors. And I still have errors all the time. That is how bad my dyslexia is. Okay, look, hold on. No, because, hold on. I'm literally gonna show you. Okay, I have all of these highlighted things. Extensions. Okay, I have I don't know what this is, to be honest. I have this. I have one of these installed. I downloaded this. I want to use this one, but you know, I was messing with the settings a few weeks ago, and then I needed a break from messing with the settings. But I use this, not this. Where is it? I use Prettier. I use a code formatter. This is not the one that I'm using, but I also use an indent rainbow thing. It's this one. It's this one. I use frame, indent, rainbow. I use this. And I still have multiple mistakes all the freaking time. Okay, it's not enabled right now. But even when it was enabled, I still made mistakes all the time. I freaking I have this installed. I have this. That's not enabled, but I have tried all of these things. Okay? When I tell you that I have really bad dyslexia and really bad learning disabilities, this is what I mean. That I still make mistakes 5,000 times over and over again. Because I still don't see it. Even if it's right there in my face, I still don't see it. I even downloaded, it's not there anymore. I think I deleted it, or it just disappeared. I even downloaded oh, here it is, right here. I even downloaded this. I literally even downloaded this. So then I would get yelled at when I make errors in my code. Like, I even downloaded this. I tried this a few weeks ago. That actually jump scared me. LMAO. But like, dude, you don't understand. Like, when I tell you I have learning disabilities and autism, then I want you to think about your autism. And then some people are like, oh, well, autism is learning disabilities, blah, blah, blah. Okay, in some ways it is. But I have autism, and then I have learning disabilities on top of my autism. Can you understand that? I have autism, and then I have learning disabilities on top of that. I have fundamental learning disabilities on top of my autism. So if anybody is autistic and they're like, oh, well, I'm autistic too, and I can do this and this and this and this, then okay, do you also have other a multitude of learning disabilities on top of that, and a family who never ever supported you, a family who never got you help, who never ever got you extra help in school, where you got bad grades in school all your life, where you never understood anything, where you never even stood the most basic ass simple concepts, and now you're 24 years old just freaking going through life not knowing jack shit. You don't even know shit that a teenager knows because you were never taught it. You don't even know concepts that a teenager knows because you were never taught it. You know all these toxic things because that's the way you saw your family act. So now you need to relearn, oh, how do you treat people nicely? How do you vent? How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you express your feelings calmly or effectively? Because all I ever saw my parents do was like fucking tell me that I'm a bitch and that I um whatever. Like, dude, okay, like if you're autistic and if you have had any support at all, or even if you don't have never had support as well, and you're like me, then like, can you just please like understand? And I'm not even talking to you. Like, if you're like watching this and you're like being like, oh yeah, like, you know what, I feel that too, then you know what, that's great. And like, I'm happy for you. Like, the people who disagree with this probably aren't even gonna watch this, or they're just gonna comment on this and be like, "Oh, and you can do it too," and blah blah blah, and they're gonna miss the whole entire point of the video. Okay, but I can't like, it's so annoying. Anyway, a different topic is that I'm gonna have an opportunity to grow because my paranoia is like my paranoia is not like it used to be, and it's not like bad. Like, that's not really the issue anymore. The issue now is more so with the fact that my issue now is more so with the fact that I lost my train of thought. Uh Let me think. Oh, my issue now is more so with the fact that like whenever I make a mistake, I feel so bad about myself, and I think of myself as this really horrible, bad person that like I hate, and that oh well, no one would ever want to be around me, and like I kind of just hate myself, and like yeah, I'm just this awful like fucking person who no one would ever want to be around and stuff, and then like yeah, so you shouldn't think like that, and then it's like, but it's a little bit hard not to think that way when um you feel like little mistakes are bigger deals than they are because you feel really bad for them and you overthink them. So I'm going to try to not think that way. And I'm going to try to think better things about myself in general. Okay, look at my mushroom block because it's super cute. Okay, I need mycelium. Because I forgot to add that mod that lets you put mushrooms on any block. Oh, the bottom of the honey nest isn't working, but look at this honey nest that I made. This beehive. Well, bee nest? Bee nest. It's a bee nest. It's so cute. It's like chocolatey and rainbow. I really just need to think better about myself. But it's really hard when you just. I feel like you're just not a good person, even though you're trying. Like, it just. It feels like growth needs to happen faster. Also, being alone is hard after not being alone for like a long time. Alone as in physically alone, obviously not mentally alone. Also, I'm not sure why this won't place. But my mushroom is so cute. And I want to do this with all of the mushrooms. And this isn't the cottage craft pack, but the cottage craft mushrooms look like this. This is how the cottage craft mushrooms look. If it would work. Yeah, this is how the cottage craft mushrooms look. But I made the pink one in the cottage craft look like this. And I love it. I also like the cottage craft mushrooms. No shade. No shade on the cottage craft mushrooms, okay? No shade on them, okay? Like, yeah, but I really like super cute and pastel things. So, I made this. And obviously, a bunch of these things I did not make. But I made this bamboo. And I made this grass. The torches. And all of these blocks from here to here. Oh, and look at my magma. I love my magma. My magma is so cute. I was so happy with how my magma turned out. I am thinking about maybe making it a connected texture. So then it doesn't have like the borders. But I love it. It looks like jelly beans. This is my azalea bush. Oh, and this is my dirt path. The side looks like cake. And the side looks like a rainbow icing and cake. I made this bamboo and I made it galaxy themed for the stripped bamboo. But also, if you get the regular bamboo and you put the regular bamboo beside it, then it looks rainbowish. Um, I mean to, I don't know though. I don't know if I should keep this one like this or just make the top like these colors. I'm thinking about just making the top like these colors, but I'm not sure. Also, a bunch of this stuff like still needs modifications because I'm just not fully happy with it. I don't have my copper blocks in this pack. This is my gravel. I want to see this. This is the mushroom stem. Oh, I want to show you glowstone next. I'm going to show you my birch slug. I'm going to show you dried kelp. I'm going to show you hay. And I'm going to show you the cobwebs. So this is gravel. This is my mushroom stem. Look at my glowstone. It's so pretty. I have started making some other colors of glowstone for the cottage craft mod. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, my glowstone is so pretty. I love the shader. This is my birch slug. I just finished my birch slug. I finished my birch log like yesterday. And this is my dried kelp block. This is my hay. Let me show you some flowers. Oh, I forgot to show you the web. I love my spider web. It's so pretty. My spider web is so pretty. I will try to make this pack like available as soon as possible. Like, I'm not trying to gatekeep or anything. I freaking hate it when people gatekeep. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so annoying. But like, I literally just don't have that much stuff done, and I might change some of the textures. But what I'm saying is that I'll take the textures that I definitely don't want to change, and I guess I'll put them into like a test pack thing, so then people can download the textures that I already have if they want to. But I'm not going to do that until probably in the middle of August. That's probably going to be the date for me to do that. My cornflower looks like this. Oh no, it's raining. Orange tulip. White tulip. Pink tulip. I made my allium a cute little pink heart. It's so adorable. It's like a little pink heart lollipop. And then this is my lily of the valley. I love it. And then this is my sunflower. Don't look at the back. I have the back done too, but that's not in this texture pack. I haven't fixed that yet. But I love my sunflower. I also want to do this. Hold on. Ooh, oh my god, I love that. Oh my god, I love that. Well, I don't love that. Okay. wonder if it was that. It wasn't that. I don't know. I made something look off. I really messed up my magma. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did. I think it may have been that. No, I don't know what I did. I did something. I'm gonna reset it. I'll have to do some things over again, but it's worth it to me because I feel like the magma looks weird now. Or maybe I was just overthinking. I don't know. I think just the it being purple is the problem. I'm gonna reset this torch back and then I'm gonna stop streaming because I have the AC off because I wanted good mic quality and it's starting to get hot. I like the changes I made. Yeah. Okay, well that's gonna be all for now. So, goodbye.